Well, with the Scoop6 Soccer, you can win £1 million. The main fund is guaranteed at £250,000, and then you go for a bonus next Saturday of £750,000. Plus, there's a consolation for 4 correct results and a consolation for 5. Last week, 12 of you got 4 correct and picked up £531.70. It's only £2 to play our brand new correct score jackpot. And I'm joined by a man who used to score goals for a living, Iain Dowie. Hello, Iain. Let's talk us through the matches. We start with what looks to be an absolute cracker for me, with all that's going on in the Premier League. Mourinho versus Jurgen Klopp, but it's Chelsea versus Liverpool.
Well, you're right, Mourinho versus Klopp. No one's talking about players, but it'll be players who win the game. Couple of issues, I think, for both sides, where the goal's going to come from. Costa out for one, Benteke and maybe Sturridge out for the other. A good win for Klopp in the week. Chelsea, a good display, but a disappointing result. I sense there's green shoots of recovery a little bit amongst Chelsea, and I just think they've got enough players to hurt. I think the way in which Liverpool team set up is not quite Klopp-like yet. I think it'll take time to shape it. I fancy a delightful 1-0 for Mourinho, who loves a clean sheet. I fancy Chelsea just to nick this, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was the other way.
1-0 Chelsea. Then fixture number 2 is Crystal Palace versus Man United.
Yeah, I think Palazzi and Cabaye back for Palace, I believe, at the weekend. Man United on their travels, yet to be convinced, 1 or 2 strange displays. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I fancy Palace to score, but I also fancy United. I'm going to go 1-1.
Fixture number 3 is Newcastle versus Stoke.
Well, I just think in light of the defeat at Sunderland, that's a huge blow for Steve McLaren. But I sense at home that they have got a little bit of... They've been decent at home against a couple of sides. I fancy them just to sneak past Stoke. I think Stoke aren't quite as good defensively as they have been. Seen Watford displaying that, and I'm going to go with 2-1 Newcastle.
Fixture number 4, Swansea versus Arsenal.
There's got to be goals in this game. Swansea, I think, are under a little bit of pressure at home. Needs to come out and get a couple of results. Good result against Villa. I fancy them to score, but Arsenal, I think, will have too much. I think 2-1 Arsenal. And
fixture number 5 is Watford versus West Ham.
Well, as a West Ham fan, this worries me a little bit. I think Watford have a brilliant display away at Stoke, who don't lose often there. I think this could be a draw. 2 decent sides. West Ham could win it, but I fancy Watford to get the draw.
And finally, fixture number 6 for game you're covering for Sky, West Brom versus Leicester.
Yeah, fascinating one. Tony Pulis would have loved that away win at Norwich. Leicester keep going with the Vardy Road show. I think West Brom will find a way of stopping them scoring, and as a result, I think they might nick the game 1-0.
OK, so it's only £2 to play via Scoop6 Soccer, or you can perm your selections as well. Let's just recap Iain's selections. He's just on a £2 straight line. First of all, fixture number 1, Chelsea-Liverpool.
1-0.
Crystal Palace-Man United.
1-1.
Newcastle-Stoke.
2-1.
Swansea-Arsenal.
1-2.
Watford-West Ham.
1-1.
And finally, West Brom-Leicester.
1-0.
Right, they are the 6 fixtures that could win you £250,000, and then you get to go for another £750,000 next Saturday. And don't forget, there's a consolation for 4 and 5 correct results. So play the Scoop6 Soccer. Be lucky.